I may not talk about too many transits on this channel because I'm already making a lot of videos on Bhagyashree holistic astrology in Hindi, and making the same video twice probably wouldn't make a lot of sense. But today I felt compelled to talk about one transit, and that is Sun entering into Leo. And why is this so important? Because the Sun represents the soul, and Leo, in essence, is about the responsibilities of the soul and the creative expression of that soul. And you already know that Ketu, or the dragon's tail, or the south node of the moon, is already in the sign of Leo. So when Sun enters Leo on 17th of August, it is actually creating a very close association with Ketu. And of course, it will also create a conjunction with Ketu. And then in the next 1 month, we'll also see 2 eclipses. We'll also see a total lunar eclipse after almost 2 years. So this is a very, very interesting transit, and we must all look forward to it. The reason is that when Sun represents the soul and Leo represents the responsibilities and the expression of the soul, Ketu represents everything that has been a part of us since, all our incarnations. Because the Indian philosophy believes in reincarnation. We believe that we are born again and again and again, and we have to get rid of our karma. Okay? We have to get rid of our karma. We have to wash off the karma to finally be able to reach our primitive state, or the primary state, which is the state of pure light. Because the soul, or the Atma, exists as nothing but pure light. You cannot cut the soul, you cannot boil it, you can't stir fry it, you can't stab it, you can't shoot it, you can't do anything with it. It's pure light. And light does not follow the rules of our natural world. Light is quick, light is very fast, and light does not react to things in the same way as we do. We react to light, light does not react to us. And that is why oftentimes I feel very weird when I hear things like fragmentation of the soul, twin souls, twin flames, things like that. Because the soul, I strongly believe, is a part of the whole. So if the soul is fragmented, which I believe is not, but let's assume for a second it is fragmented. If it is like that, then everybody on this planet is a part, is a fragment, just like everybody else. So you're not specially connected to another person, right? If there are twin flames, then everybody could be everybody's twin flame, because we are all part of that whole. We are all that light eventually. And how would you create differentiations or fragments of light? So I don't subscribe to that ideology yet, because I don't totally understand it, and it goes against the fundamental idea of what a soul is in my mind. Of course, I don't mind if people believe in it, but I'm just sharing my opinions here. So, at this particular moment, we will go through a process of disenchantment. Okay, between 17th of August and 17th of September, we are going to go through a process of disenchantment. And what exactly will we be disenchanted with? We'll be disenchanted with people, with authorities, with leaders, and with father and father figures. Why? Because father and father figures teach us how to live in this world. They tell us how exactly to look at the world. All the knowledge that we have acquired comes from fathers and father figures. Our worldview comes from fathers and father figures. Where exactly do we start life depends on fathers and father figures. How exactly will we be treated by the world? Again, comes from fathers and father figures. So that's why they're very important. So at this particular moment in time, we might be very disenchanted with fathers and father figures, with leaders, or with people who we really used to look up to, people who we thought would take care of us, people who we thought were working in our best interests, people who we gave our power, we gave our power to them, and we expected them to take care of us in return. So these kind of people may disappoint us a lot. So they could be religious leaders, they could be political leaders, they could even be leaders of your offices, of your families, no matter who it is. If they are leaders, there could be problems. That's what we are looking at right now. So what you'll notice is that at this moment, we are really disenchanted with them. This would happen specifically if you are a Leo or an Aquarius, because you're in that whole Rahu-Ketu zone, in that Rahu-Ketu axis. So Aquarius would believe that they don't have to put people up on a pedestal, and they do it very frequently. No matter how much Aquarians tell you that, oh, we don't believe in whatever, they do have a habit of putting people up on a pedestal. So now they'll be like, excuse me, why am I doing this? Why do you deserve to be on top? Why should you be better than me simply because you were born 2 years earlier to me? Why should you be given a preference and not me simply because you were born 3 years earlier to me? Or simply because you were born in a generation that was earlier than me? Why should I be considered not as good or less experienced or less talented simply because you were born earlier or for whatever reasons? So that is what's happening to Aquarians. And then there are Leos. Leos would believe that I don't need to depend on anybody else. I don't need to think about anybody else. Why should I follow these particular rituals in this particular way? Why should I follow these particular traditions in this particular way? Why do I have to do that? Why do I have to restrict myself? Why can't I be free? Why can't I be an individual? Why do I have to put labels upon labels upon labels of different groups and different ideologies and whatnot on my head? Why can't I just be me? That's happening with Leos. Now, a similar thing can happen with people who have a lot of planets placed in Leo and Aquarius. So if you have Leo and Aquarius ascendant or moon sign, it's going to be very important for you, especially for moon signs. If you have a lot of planets placed in Leo or Aquarius, again, it's going to be very important for you. So that is a disenchantment. Similar things can be experienced by people who are born in Aries and Sagittarius and Gemini and Libra as well. So they are going through this process of purification and disenchantment. So as you can see, 6 out of 12 signs are going through a cleansing process. They're asking questions. They have doubts, and a lot of them. But there are 2 signs which are going through a lot more trouble as compared to the others, and that is Capricorn and Pisces. What's happening here? See, both Capricorn and Pisces will have to come to terms with the fact that they are worshipping the wrong people, that they are putting up the wrong people on pedestal, that they gave their agency and their power to the wrong people. And a lot of it can come from fathers and father figures. So they may go through a lot. They'll be like, oh, I expected this from my father or from my father figure or from this leader, and they are definitely not doing this for me. So there will definitely be a shocking moment for you where you may believe that, okay, maybe I'm not as loved as I expected previously. Maybe I'm not as respected as I thought of previously. So this kind of things may go on in your head, right? And you guys are already sensitive. You're very sensitive people. So what hurts everybody else at 60%, it hurts you at 160%. So you're very sensitive that way. I think it is high time for you, both Pisceans and Capricorns, to finally take control of your life and to not let anybody else dictate the terms of your life, especially if you are a Pisces. Because you're depending too much on other people. You're depending too much on other people's guidance and on other people's love. If you're Capricorns, you're asking for too much love that probably people can't even provide you. Right? So asking for love from people who don't have love to give to you, that's basically futile. It's worthless. They don't have love, so they don't give you love. No matter how much you ask, no matter how much you do for them, no matter how much you give to them, they'll never give you love back. So why are you so bothered? Why are you so worried? Why are you so unhappy? Remove that unhappiness from your life and focus on the process of individuation. Now remember, I very strongly believe in individuals. I believe that strong individuals create strong groups, not vice versa. If we really want strong groups, we must make individuals collectively stronger. But what happens is the exact opposite. We like to create an identity of a group, right? And we want all individuals to adhere to that identity, believing that a strong group will somehow protect the individuals. But in reality, there is no group. It's all arbitrary. It's all imaginary. It's not real. Even you are not real, but at least you have some perceived physical presence, right? We have that perceived physical presence. So the identity we are creating in our brains is completely imaginary, but at least this, we can feel it. Our senses can feel it. So why not make the individual stronger? If one group has one strong individual working at 100% capacity, he may inspire others to be stronger, and therefore the group becomes stronger. If individuals in a group are operating at 70% capacity, they're strong. Maybe not as strong, but then strong enough. Those strong individuals will again create a strong group. But if we take 100 individuals and we say, oh, you have 10%, don't worry. You have 20%, don't worry. Just make the group strong. Just make that group identity strong. Just try to imagine that you're a part of that group and somehow try to adhere to every single thing without questioning. Don't ask any questions. Then maybe the group is actually pretty weak. They're adhering to everything, but they are composed of very weak individuals. And when the first challenge arrives, the group will crumble down, it will break down. Because it was never strong to begin with. So even strong groups will fall apart sooner or later. But at least when individuals are strong, their lives are not affected as badly as a group composed of weak individuals. So I strongly believe that we must make the individual strong. If in one family we have somebody who's strong enough, there is a chain reaction. And that chain reaction actually helps in inspiring and helping other people. It encourages other people to be better. So right now is the right time to start the process of individuation. As Sun is entering Leo with Ketu, we will also see Mercury entering Leo. We'll also see a brief conjunction of Moon with all three planets. So that will be great for us. So now I think is the right time where you need to focus on who you are. Ask the right questions. Who are you? Why are you here? What's the purpose of your soul? Why did you come here really? What was your karma really? What did you do? Or what was it that you wanted to do because of which you're born here? What's that desire? What do you want to achieve? So those achievements, those desires, and whatever you want to do in the world and society, you must be very aware of that. And at the same time, you must be aware of where you're good and where you're terrible. Because without this, the terrible part of you, the good part of you is useless. It's worthless. You can't simply focus on the good. You'll also have to look at the bad. You'll also have to look at the unsavory parts of you. Right? So you have time. You have at least a month between August 17 and September 17th. And we are also going to see eclipses during this time. Please use this to at least enter the process of individuation. Ask questions. Let your faith begin with doubt. Ask questions. Even if you don't receive the correct answer, even if you don't receive satisfactory answers, it's okay because you'll have time to think. But if you stop from questioning, if somebody says that no, you cannot question, no, you cannot ask these things, it's wrong. Something is wrong with the group that you are identifying with. Terribly wrong. So the ability to ask questions is important. And you must ask questions. You must ask questions to other people. You must ask questions to yourself, to your God, to your destiny, whatever it is, just ask questions. And try to receive the right answers. That will help. Right? So just wanted to say these things. I just wanted to help you out. So do well. All right. Bye-bye. Take care.